Imagine this. You're standing beside a river somewhere in Mindanao. The water is crystal clear. You reach into the stream, scooping up a handful of gravel. As the sand slowly washes away, tiny yellow flakes begin to sparkle beneath the sunlight. Gold. Not one nugget, not one vein, but rivers, entire mountains, and forests hiding one of Southeast Asia's greatest treasures. Long before the Spanish planted a single flag on Philippine soil, long before Ferdinand Magellan sailed across the Pacific, Mindanao was already wealthy. Not because of silver, not because of spices, but because of gold. And that gold would shape the destiny of the islands forever. More than 1,000 years ago, Mindanao was not an isolated wilderness. It was connected to one of the greatest trading networks on Earth. Chinese merchants crossed the South China Sea. Arab traders sailed from the Indian Ocean. Malay navigators arrived from Brunei and Java. Their ships carried silk, porcelain, iron, glass beads, and luxury goods. But they all wanted one thing in return: gold. Mindanao had it, in abundance. Unlike Europe, where miners dug deep underground, much of Mindanao's gold could be found in rivers. Streams carried flakes of gold down from ancient volcanic mountains. Communities learned to pan these rivers for generations. Others followed quartz veins hidden beneath dense forests. Gold became part of everyday life. It wasn't simply money, it was identity, power, prestige. The people who possessed gold became leaders. A datu wearing heavy gold ornaments immediately commanded respect. Gold earrings, necklaces, bracelets, belts, even gold-decorated weapons. These weren't decorations, they were symbols of authority. When foreign traders arrived, they immediately recognized the wealth of Mindanao. Chinese records from centuries before Magellan described islands producing remarkable quantities of gold. Archaeologists today continue to uncover exquisite pre-colonial gold ornaments across Mindanao and nearby regions. Each discovery tells the same story. This was never a poor land. This was a civilization rich in resources and connected to the wider world. Gold transformed trade. Imagine fleets of wooden vessels sailing between Mindanao, the Visayas, Borneo, Sulawesi, and southern China. The gold mined from Mindanao did not stay here. It traveled thousands of kilometers. In exchange came Chinese ceramics, iron tools, bronze gongs, cotton textiles, glass beads, weapons, luxury goods. These imports changed everyday life. Communities grew larger, trade ports flourished, political alliances expanded. The economy of Mindanao became increasingly sophisticated. Gold became the engine that powered this prosperity. Before we continue, if you're fascinated by the hidden history of Mindanao, the forgotten kingdoms, legendary warriors, ancient gold, mysterious archaeological discoveries, and untold stories that rarely appear in history books, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Now, let's continue our journey and discover how the gold beneath Mindanao's rivers changed the course of Philippine history forever. Among the regions blessed with rich deposits were eastern Mindanao, the Agusan Valley, the Surigao area, the mountains stretching toward present-day Davao, and many river systems still known for gold today. For centuries, families quietly extracted gold using simple but remarkably effective techniques, generation after generation, without massive machines, without explosives, without bulldozers. Only knowledge passed from elders to children. Nature provided. The people harvested. The rivers renewed themselves. Then something extraordinary happened. Mindanao's wealth became known far beyond Asia. European explorers searching for the legendary Spice Islands heard repeated stories about islands rich in gold. These stories spread through merchants, maps, travel journals, and royal courts. When Spain eventually colonized the Philippines, gold was one of its greatest motivations. The Spanish crown dreamed of discovering another Peru, another Mexico, another empire overflowing with precious metals. Instead, they found something unexpected. The people of Mindanao already understood the value of gold, and they refused to surrender it easily. Unlike many regions conquered rapidly, much of Mindanao resisted foreign domination for centuries. Its wealth helped sustain powerful communities. Trade with neighboring Muslim kingdoms continued. The sultanates of Maguindanao and Sulu developed into influential regional powers. Their prosperity rested on strategic trade routes, agriculture, maritime commerce, and access to valuable natural resources, including gold. European empires soon realized that controlling Mindanao would be far more difficult than they had imagined. Gold did something even more important. It connected Mindanao to the rest of Asia before the Philippines even existed as one nation. There was no Republic of the Philippines, no Manila as a colonial capital, no national government. Yet Mindanao was already part of an international economy. Chinese ceramics reached inland villages. Islam spread through merchant networks. Languages borrowed foreign words. Technologies crossed oceans. Ideas traveled with every trading vessel. Gold financed those connections. Without realizing it, the miners working quiet rivers were helping shape the future cultural identity of the islands. Today, when archaeologists recover centuries-old gold ornaments from Mindanao, they reveal astonishing craftsmanship. Delicate chains, intricate earrings, ceremonial jewelry, objects so refined that experts compare them with masterpieces from Indonesia and mainland Southeast Asia. These treasures prove something important. The people who created them were not primitive. They were skilled artisans, engineers, metallurgists, traders. Their knowledge rivaled many civilizations across Asia. Before we continue exploring how pre-colonial gold helped shape the Philippines we know today, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from? Tell us your country, or if you're here in the Philippines, your province or city. I'd enjoy seeing how far this story has reached. Yet much of this history remains unknown. For generations, the story of Philippine history has often begun with Magellan, as though civilization suddenly appeared when European ships arrived. But that story ignores everything that came before. Mindanao already possessed thriving communities, complex trade, international diplomacy, master metalworkers, prosperous economies, and gold flowing through rivers that had enriched its people for centuries. The arrival of Spain did not create wealth. It interrupted an older world that had already flourished. Even today, gold continues to define parts of Mindanao. From Surigao to Agusan to Davao de Oro, miners still search rivers and mountains for the same precious metal their ancestors once gathered by hand. Modern machines have replaced wooden pans, yet the story remains remarkably similar. Gold still attracts opportunity, conflict, investment, dreams, and sometimes tragedy. But perhaps the greatest treasure left behind is not the gold itself. It is the reminder that long before colonization, before foreign flags, before empires, Mindanao was already a center of wealth. Its people traded across Asia, forged international relationships, created extraordinary works of art, and built societies whose achievements deserve to stand alongside the greatest civilizations of the region. The rivers may have carried away countless flakes of gold, but they also carried something far more valuable: a history that deserves to be remembered. Because beneath the mountains, hidden beneath the rivers, lies the story of a land that was already shining, long before the world came looking for its gold.
This is Aline of Exploring Mindanao. Thank you for watching.